Good morning, students. Yesterday we discussed tension in the string supporting a body and the weight of a body immersed in a liquid. Today we will discuss some examples related to this. First of all, we define specific gravity of a substance. If V is the volume of a substance and W is the weight of the substance when the volume is V, then the specific gravity of the substance is defined as the weight of volume V of the substance upon the weight of volume V of the standard substance. So, if we take the weight of unit volume of the standard substance as W, then the weight of V volume, that will become V into W. So the specific gravity of the substance is W upon V into small w. So we will use this formula in our numerical problems today. And from here you can also find the weight of the substance. So from here we can say that the weight of the substance in terms of the specific gravity S, that is given by V into S into W. Here small w, this is the weight of unit volume of the standard substance, S is the specific gravity of the substance, and V is the volume of the substance when the weight is W. So we will use this formula, W is equal to V into S into small w. Now let us discuss the problems based. Our first problem is, if W and W dash are the weights of a body in vacuum and water respectively. W is the weight of the body in vacuum, W dash in water. We are to prove that the weight of the body in air is S into W minus W dash subtracted from W. Here S is the specific gravity of the air. Now to prove this, let us take the specific gravity of the body is S dash and the volume is V. Now by the formula which we discussed, specific gravity of the body is equal to weight of volume V of the body upon weight of the volume V of water. Here small w, that is the weight of unit volume of water. So S dash will become W upon V into small w. So from here you can find the volume of the body, which is given by W upon small w into S dash. Now yesterday we discussed the formula that apparent weight is equal to true weight minus weight of the liquid displaced. Apparent weight we denoted there by T, true weight by W, and the weight of the water displaced we denoted by W dash. Now here weight of the body, when the body is weighed in vacuum, its weight is W, that is a true weight of the body. So true weight of the body here, that is W. Now let us find the weight of the water displaced. Now because here the body is completely immersed in water and therefore the volume of the water displaced will be same as the volume of the body. Now the volume of the body is V and small w, that is the weight of unit volume of water. So the weight of V volume of water, that will be V into W. So the weight of the water displaced from the equation 1 by putting the value of V here. This will be W into small w upon W into S dash. These two terms will be cancelled out. So we have obtained weight of the water displaced is equal to W upon S dash. And therefore by the formula, weight of the body in water means apparent weight is equal to true weight minus weight of the water displaced. True weight is W. Weight of the water displaced is W upon S dash. From here we can find the value of specific gravity S dash. So from here, shifting this term on the left side and the term W dash here, and simplifying, we get S dash is equal to W upon W minus W dash. Now again using the formula for the apparent weight in air. Now the apparent weight of the body in air is equal to actual weight minus weight of the air displaced. Actual weight is W and weight of the air displaced. By using the formula, this is volume V into the specific gravity of the air into small w. Now from here, substituting the value of V into W, which we already obtained, which is W upon S dash, and from here we can take W common. Inside we have 1 minus S upon S dash. Substituting the value of S dash, which is W upon W minus W dash. So from here, after simplification, we get the weight of the body in air, which is given by W minus S into W minus W dash. So this is the first problem. Now our second problem is, a body floats in a liquid of the specific gravity S with as much of its volume out of the liquid as would be immersed in the second liquid of specific gravity S dash. If it is floated in that liquid, we are to find the specific gravity of the body, and we are to prove that this is given by S into S dash upon S plus S dash. Now because we are to find the specific gravity of the body, let us denote it by S, and let us take V is the volume of the body and V dash is the volume of the body outside the first liquid. Now because this is total volume, this is volume outside, so the volume inside of the liquid, that will be their difference. So that will become V minus V dash. Now let us find the weight of the liquid displaced by the formula which we already discussed in terms of specific gravity, that is given by the volume inside the first liquid into the volume of unit weight of unit volume, which is small w, into the specific gravity of the liquid, which is S here. Now we can use conditions of equilibrium. According to the condition of equilibrium, weight of the body is equal to weight of the liquid displaced. Weight of the body is volume of the body into the specific gravity of the body into the weight of unit volume of the standard substance. And weight of the liquid displaced, we have obtained V minus V dash into W into S. From here, taking V common, that will be cancelled out from both sides. So we get the value of S into W, which is 1 minus V dash upon V into small w into small s. Now in the second case, because we are given that in the second case the volume of the body immersed in the liquid, that is same as that was in the first case outside of the liquid. The volume of the body outside the liquid in the first case was V dash, and in the second case the volume of the body immersed in second liquid is V dash. It is given to us in the problem. Now again we can use the condition of equilibrium, means weight of the body is equal to weight of the liquid displaced. Weight of the body is V into S into W, and weight of the liquid displaced, that is V dash into W into S dash. Here S dash is the specific gravity of second liquid. So from here we can find the value of V dash upon V, which is S upon S dash, and we can substitute this value in the equation 1. If we put the value there, from there W will be cancelled out from both sides. So we get S is equal to 1 minus S upon S dash into S. And from here you can find the value of specific gravity of the body, which is given by S into S dash upon S plus S dash. Now our next example is a solid of weight W is weighed in the air by the spring balance, and its weight is found to be W dash. Means W dash is the apparent weight of the solid and true weight is W. We are to find the ratio of true weight and the apparent weight, and we are to prove that this is rho upon rho minus sigma. Here rho is the specific gravity of the solid and sigma is the specific gravity of the air. Now to prove this, let us use the formula. Apparent weight is equal to true weight minus weight of the air displaced. Apparent weight is W dash given in the problem. True weight is given to be W. It means we are to find the weight of the air displaced. Now by the formula, weight of the air displaced, that is given by volume into the specific gravity of the air into the weight of unit volume, which is small w. This is the unit volume of standard substance, weight of unit volume of the standard substance. Now let us find this value, V into W. Because we are given the specific gravity of the solid is rho. By definition of specific gravity, it is given by the weight of the volume V of the substance upon the weight of volume V of standard substance. So from here we can find this value, which is W upon rho. Now we can put this value here to get weight of air displaced, which is W into sigma upon rho. Now we can substitute this value here in the equation 1. So this equation becomes W dash is equal to W minus weight of the air displaced is W into sigma upon rho. From here W can be taken common. Inside we have 1 minus sigma upon rho. This term is taken on the left side. So this will give us, after taking reciprocals, W upon W dash is equal to 1 upon 1 minus sigma upon rho. Taking LCM here, we get the ratio of W and W dash, which is rho upon rho minus sigma. So this is the required ratio. Now our next problem is two solids are weighed in succession in three homogeneous liquids of different densities. The weights of first solid are W1, W2 and W3 in the three different liquids, and of the second solid are W1, W2 and W3. We are to prove that this relation holds W1 into W2 minus W3 plus W2 into W3 minus W1 plus W3 into W1 minus W2 is equal to 0. Now because they are two solids, Let us assume their volume and densities. Let us take small v is the volume of first solid and capital V of second solid. And densities of the two solids we have denoted by rho and sigma. And we are having three liquids. Let us take the densities are rho 1, rho 2 and rho 3 respectively. This is density of first liquid, this is density of second liquid, rho 3 is the density of third liquid. Now we will use the formula apparent weight is equal to true weight minus weight of the liquid displaced. We will use this formula for the first solid in the three liquids, and then for the second solid one by one in the three liquids. So for the first solid, when it is weighed in the first liquid, its apparent weight is given to be W1. True weight is given by volume into the specific gravity of the solid into acceleration due to gravity, and weight of the liquid displaced, that is given by V into rho 1 into G. Rho 1 is the density of first liquid. Just keep in mind, when we find the weight of the liquid displaced, then the density of the liquid is taken. So liquid की जो density है, that is rho 1 here. Now taking V into G common from here, inside we have rho minus rho 1. In the same way, when the first solid is weighed in the second liquid, apparent weight is W2. True weight is V into rho into G. And because the density of the second liquid is rho 2, so W2 will become V into rho into G minus V into rho 2 into G. Vg can be taken common. Inside we have rho minus rho 2. In the third liquid, the apparent weight is W3. True weight is V rho G. Because the density of the third liquid is rho 3, so the weight of the liquid displaced, that will be V into rho 3 into G. Again taking Vg common from here, inside we have rho minus rho 3. In the same way, you can apply the same formula for the second solid in the three liquids. In that case, the density of the second solid will be taken in place of rho. So here in place of rho we will have sigma, and on the left side the weights, apparent weights are W1, W2 and W3. So you will again get the three equations. Now according to the requirement, from here you can see we are to find W1 minus W2, W2 minus W3 and W3 minus W1. So let us subtract these equations taking two at the time. So W1 minus W2, from here these will be cancelled out. So we get V into G into rho 2 minus rho 1. Subtracting these two equations, W2 minus W3, that will be V into G into rho 3 minus rho 2. If we subtract equation 4 from equation 6, we get W3 minus W1, which is V into G into rho 1 minus rho 3. Now according to the requirement, we are to find small w1 into w2 minus w3, then w2 into w3 minus w1, and then w3 into w1 minus w2. Now w1 we are having here in the equation 1, which is V into G into rho minus rho 1, and w2 minus w3 is from the equation 8. So from the equation 1 and 8 we can find the value of this expression, which is V into G into rho minus rho 1 into Vg into rho 3 minus rho 2. Similarly, putting the value of W2 from the equation 2nd and W3 minus W1 from the equation 9, you will get the value of this expression. And from the equations 6 and 9, putting the values of W3 and W1 minus W2, you get the value of this expression given by V into G into rho minus rho 3 into V into G into rho 2 minus rho 1. Now, according to the requirement in our problem, we will add these three equations. So adding the three equations, you will get on the right hand side 0. So we have proved W1 into W2 minus W3 plus W2 into W3 minus W1 plus W3 into W1 minus W2 is equal to 0. So this completes this topic.